I put the work in. I stayed disciplined throughout my camp. I was in tremendous shape. And T.O., he's a hell of a fighter, but
I can say a lot of things, still gonna be the wrong thing. Great guy, great fighter. We came out here, we went, we took everything, we put everything on.
A stunning claim has sent shockwaves through the boxing community, with Teofimo Lopez Jr. alleging that his defeat was not entirely organic. His words pull back the curtain on a darker side of the sport, one fans rarely witness. The accusation raises serious concerns about the credibility of high-profile bouts and highlights the harsh realities fighters may face while promoters and broadcasters continue to cash in. It's a disturbing revelation that forces uncomfortable questions about how the business of boxing really works.
How do we do it? All these fighters are getting used. Everybody, like a Mandingo fight, like the Django and shit. This is a Mandingo fight that we do. We bust our ass, we get taking blood, we taking cuts, we taking everything. And what we get crumbs while these fucking people are sitting back, eating popcorn like, yeah, keep going, I'm making so much money.
Teofimo Lopez Jr.'s comments feel emotionally charged, yet they also raise eyebrows, especially as they come in the aftermath of his claim that he was paid to lose. When you look back at his showing in the ring, he clearly wasn't operating at his usual level, appearing off rhythm and struggling throughout the fight. That uneven performance has made his explosive admission seem believable to some fans, while others see it as a way to explain away a disappointing night on such a massive stage. The boxing world is now split between believing it's a hard truth, or simply a convenient excuse.
To the power that it be above, I thank you guys. I never wanted anything to harm you guys at all. So for that, my condolences to all you guys and to the slavery and everything that's ever happened.
Teofimo Lopez Sr. has been adamant that his son entered the fight in top condition, insisting there were no injuries or physical setbacks to blame. By stressing that Teofimo Jr. was at full strength, he indirectly points away from skill or preparation as the reason for the loss and hints at other explanations, including financial motives. That subtext gives new fuel to the controversial claim that the outcome was influenced off the canvas, while also reinforcing just how convincing Shakur Stevenson's victory was against an opponent who, by all accounts, was operating at his best.
That guy was a tough guy, really tough, and he put up a show. Like I said it before, there ain't nobody could beat my son when he's healthy. He was healthy tonight.
Oscar de la Hoya's response suggests that Teofimo Lopez Jr.'s remarks shouldn't be brushed off as mere emotional outbursts. The mention of potential FBI involvement instantly raises the stakes, turning the controversy into something far more serious than online speculation. As a result, fans are now re-examining Lopez's subdued showing against Shakur Stevenson, wondering whether it was simply an off night or if there's substance behind the explosive claims. The situation feels volatile and unresolved, leaving the boxing world waiting for the next development.
Now you have the FBI crawling up your ass? Good fucking luck. I mean, look, is there any young boxer who is crazy enough to fuck their careers by signing with your shit league?
Teofimo Lopez Jr.'s recent remarks have only deepened the scrutiny around the situation. His repeated references to easy money and a simple payday naturally circle back to his stunning assertion that he was paid to lose. Taken together, the pieces start to feel connected. His flat performance in the ring, his father's firm stance that he was in perfect health, and now this overt emphasis on money. To many fans, it all creates an uneasy impression, as if the bout may have been influenced by forces beyond what happened between the ropes.
To be honest though, I don't mind fighting him. That'll be easy money for me, and on top of that, it'll be easy game. Okay. He's chinny. It's just he hasn't. Top Rank knows how to build fighters. I'm sure. Look, I know that from my own point of view.
Oscar de la Hoya has been unusually blunt, pointing to what he describes as the darker mechanics behind how the fight was put together. Talk of a massive lawsuit worth hundreds of millions and the possibility of a federal probe has only added weight to Teofimo Lopez Jr.'s stunning claim that he was paid to lose. Even as Shakur Stevenson delivered a masterclass built on timing and precision, the cloud hanging over the Lopez camp, filled with controversy, finances, and alleged manipulation, has left some fans feeling the result is overshadowed, despite the brilliance on display inside the ring.
Don't fight anybody in December. That's our night. We always win by big knockouts of the Heisman Award night. So, let it be. But we want Josh Taylor.
What were you happiest about what you saw in Junior this night, right here in this ring?
What was it?
Teofimo Lopez Sr.'s comments subtly point to turmoil happening out of public view. While he appears to be standing firmly behind his son, he also seems to downplay certain questionable details, hinting at murky circumstances surrounding the bout. When these remarks are viewed alongside Teofimo Lopez Jr.'s claim that he was paid to lose, it creates the image of a camp torn between protecting its reputation and chasing financial gain. At the same time, Shakur Stevenson's knee-perfect showing in the ring laid bare every flaw, making the explanations coming from the Lopez camp feel increasingly unconvincing and open to doubt.
About doing bad things, you know what I'm saying? And all we do is represent, you know, against all odds.
Shakur Stevenson delivered a textbook performance, with crisp jabs and well-placed body shots showcasing his elite timing, awareness, and control of the ring. But Teofimo Lopez Jr.'s claim that he was paid to lose casts an unexpected shadow over what should have been a straightforward display of dominance. Lopez clearly didn't look physically sharp, and the ease with which Shakur broke him down has led some fans to wonder if there was more at play than just a gap in skill. As impressive as the performance was, the surrounding allegations have left lingering questions about what truly unfolded that night.
Yeah, I definitely did. I feel like he's a fighter, so he tried to fight back. But yeah, I picked him apart. In the second round, I want to say that I told my corner, I said, I'm stronger than he is.
Did you feel like you hurt him at any point in the fight?
Yeah, for sure. I hurt him a couple of times. My jab, my left hand to the body, my left hand up top. I put on a great show tonight.
Terence Crawford has laid out exactly why Shakur Stevenson is such a brutal matchup for anyone. His control, timing, and precision leave opponents with no room to breathe. That level of dominance is undeniable. Still, Teofimo Lopez Jr.'s claim that he was paid to lose throws an uncomfortable shadow over the performance. While Crawford's breakdown makes Shakur's victory easy to believe on a technical level, Lopez's unusually low output and uncharacteristic errors have only intensified the speculation. Fans are now stuck debating whether they simply witnessed boxing's unforgiving nature at work, or if unseen forces played a role behind the scenes.
There's a reason why certain fighters didn't want to take the chance to step in the ring with this fighter. He's great. A lot of people started saying, oh, he's a runner, he's this, he's that. Just to detour people from being excited to see him fight because he's not knocking people out and all that crazy stuff.
Conor Ben's reaction highlights just how formidable Shakur Stevenson is in the ring. Every movement reflects confidence, control, and precision. Yet, Teofimo Lopez Jr.'s claim that he was paid to lose casts a subtle shadow over even this impressive performance. Stevenson's dominance looked almost too clean, while Conor's comments emphasized the clear skill gap. Fans are left wondering, was it purely Shakur's brilliance, or did factors beyond the ring influence Lopez's effort? The situation raises questions about whether the fight unfolded as a fair contest, or if behind-the-scenes dynamics quietly shaped the outcome, allowing Stevenson to shine unchallenged.
Conor, what was that about right there? What was Shakur saying to you in there?
If he wants it, he can get it next.
Right.
Ultimately, I ain't scared or worried about him.
Well, what did you think? What did you think of his performance?
Yeah, no, it was a great performance. He performed really well.
Larissa Shields perfectly sums up Shakur Stevenson's dominance. Winning 11 of 12 rounds speaks volumes. Still, Teofimo Lopez Jr.'s claim that he was paid to lose adds a shadow of suspicion. Stevenson's execution was flawless, showcasing undeniable skill and ring intelligence. Yet, Lopez's surprising lack of resistance gives the fight an unusual feeling, almost as if the outcome was influenced behind the scenes. While Shields focuses purely on the brilliance in the ring, fans can't ignore the possibility that external factors played a role, making the bout both unforgettable and controversial.
4-1, emphatically, 119, I think, to 109 with the scorecard, so basically like 11 rounds to 1. What did you think about the outcome and the fact that he was able to win so dominantly?
One, shout out to New York. The Bruce Carrington, he's world champion now. I'm so proud of him.
Facts.
Been watching him fight the undercard and all this stuff forever, and to see him become world champion tonight, I was bawling, I was crying, yo. So shout out to him. He shine every time he come out. To see his story, see how much he done overcame everything. Now he get a 12th round knockout, looking good against Jermaine Ortiz. Wonderful.
Bruce Carrington highlights just how effortlessly Shakur Stevenson dominated Teofimo Lopez Jr. throughout the fight. Every counter and defensive maneuver looked sharp, controlled, and almost too smooth for a world-class matchup. Paired with Lopez's later claim that he was paid to lose, it naturally raises questions about the legitimacy of his effort. Was Stevenson simply that exceptional, or did Lopez's surprising passivity and uncharacteristic mistakes point to something behind the scenes? This fight now exists in two realities: Stevenson's undeniable brilliance in the ring, and the lingering shadow of doubt over why his opponent seemed so unchallenging in what should have been a hard-fought contest.
Shakur looked phenomenal, dominant performance. Just what do you think about that?
Man, he made it easy. I was saying, like, if Tio was to fight more on a back foot and throw punches when Shakur throws, that's the only time you're going to get Shakur. But Tio, he has a habit of getting out of position all the time. He'll double up his right hand, turn square, or turn southpaw. Like, that's not going to work, bro. You're not going to take up enough space to touch Shakur. And Shakur's reflexes and his countering was just keeping Tio at bay. It was an easy night from round one for him.
Daniel Jacobs highlighted the clear skill gap between Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez Jr., calling it a masterclass and praising Stevenson's jab, timing, and ring IQ. But Lopez's later claim that he was paid to lose adds an unsettling layer to that assessment. While his lack of aggression and grit could simply reflect Stevenson's superiority, the surrounding context makes it feel more complicated. Fans are left questioning whether Stevenson's dominance was purely the result of his skill, or if Lopez's effort, or lack thereof, played a role in the lopsided outcome. The fight stands not only as a technical showcase, but also as a controversial spectacle where performance and potential manipulation collide.
Being able to put his skill set into fruition all night. The jab was leading. You can tell the difference in skill set, and that was the difference to me that made the fight. It wasn't about grit, it wasn't about heart, it was about sheer.
Daniel Jacobs reminds us that boxing is as much about courage and execution as it is about skill. Shakur Stevenson displayed both flawlessly, yet Teofimo Lopez Jr.'s claim that he was paid to lose casts a lingering shadow over the bout. Was Lopez's subdued aggression simply a reflection of Stevenson's mastery, or was there something happening behind the scenes? Jacobs points out that the fight wasn't a total blowout but rather a clear difference in talent, yet the surrounding controversy makes Stevenson's dominant showing feel almost too perfect. Fans are left admiring his brilliance while also questioning whether Lopez's effort was genuine, adding an extra layer of intrigue to an already sensational matchup.
Sometimes you just gotta grab your nuts and you just gotta put balls to the wall, unfortunately. But that's just what it is. And sometimes when you think you can keep up with a boxer that's superior to you, you want to try to go with the motion rather than going with what can potentially get you. Because boxing is, you can be losing every round, and then the last round you get a lucky or a really confident shot that can knock somebody out. But he didn't try to me. Love the kid, talented kid. I mean, he kept his grit tonight, but it just wasn't enough. It was like I won't say a landslide, but it was just a difference in talent.
Teofimo Lopez Jr. insists he gave it his all, but the fight itself tells a different story. His punches lacked the usual snap, his intensity seemed low, and his defense appeared unusually sloppy, an observation that aligns uncomfortably with his later claim that he was paid to lose. It raises questions about whether his effort in the ring was genuine or influenced by outside factors. Meanwhile, Shakur Stevenson remained composed, precise, and dominant, capitalizing on every opening with surgical efficiency. The stark contrast between Stevenson's flawless execution and Lopez's hesitant energy fuels suspicion. Fans can't overlook how effortlessly Shakur controlled the bout, suggesting either unparalleled skill or an opponent not performing at full capacity. The mix of technical brilliance and surrounding controversy makes this victory unforgettable, yet undeniably contentious.
I can say a lot of things, still going to be the wrong thing. Great guy, great fighter. We came out here, we went, we took everything, we put everything on the line. They ain't have nothing.
Eddie Hearn perfectly captures Shakur Stevenson's brilliance, calling his performance a masterclass in timing, footwork, and shot selection. Yet, the frustration and visible wear on Teofimo Lopez Jr.'s face only add fuel to the speculation. Was he genuinely outmatched, or did other factors affect his effort in the ring? Coupled with Lopez's later claim that he was paid to lose, the fight takes on a more suspicious dimension. Stevenson looked untouchable, controlling the pace and landing clean, precise shots at will. Fans witnessed a fighter performing at the highest level, while also questioning the integrity of the contest. Hearn's praise highlights Stevenson's talent, but Lopez's unusual mistakes and lack of aggression make the victory feel like a mix of sheer skill and possible outside influence, a fight likely to be debated for years to come.
Completely one-sided. I mean, he won every round, in my opinion. It like the golfing levels was phenomenal. And I said to Bud, like, going into 12, he could do 40 rounds, Shakur. Like, never out of control, footwork, timing, shot selection. I actually think he could have stopped Teofimo if he'd have stepped on him. Teofimo looked like frustrated, just obviously he was busted up to the face. He's a phenomenal fighter, 4-division world champion.
Edgar Baranga highlights just how effortlessly Shakur Stevenson dominated, describing the performance as near perfect work and praising his skill, timing, and resilience. Yet, watching Teofimo Lopez Jr. in the ring, there were clear moments of hesitation and missed opportunities that seemed uncharacteristic for a fighter of his level. Combined with Lopez's shocking claim that he was paid to lose, the bout takes on an unsettling edge. Stevenson's precision and control stand in stark contrast to Lopez's unusual passivity, making the contest feel strikingly one-sided. While Baranga focuses solely on Stevenson's brilliance, fans can't ignore the surrounding drama. Was this a true test of Stevenson's abilities, or did factors beyond the ring influence the outcome? The fight leaves viewers admiring Shakur while still questioning Lopez's effort, keeping the discussion alive long after the final bell.
Easy work. My brother Shakur spanked his ass 12 rounds like I told him he would. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of my brother, man. He did his thing, man.
What stood out the most for Shakur right now?
Say it again?
What stood out the most for Shakur? Huh? What stood out the most for Shakur tonight versus Teofimo?
Wait, what you said?
What stood out the most? Oh, Shakur.
I already knew he was going to box his ass out. Like, he was going to box him out. Easy work. You know what I'm saying? Shakur's a special talent in the sport of boxing, man. And he's been like that since the amateur.
The aftermath of this fight has left the boxing world both stunned and talking, because Shakur Stevenson didn't just win. He dominated with surgical precision. His footwork was untouchable, his jab controlled the pace, and every move reflected elite timing and ring intelligence. Meanwhile, Teofimo Lopez Jr. appeared unusually flat and hesitant, missing punches he normally lands and absorbing punishment in ways that make fans wonder whether this was a true test of skill or influenced by factors outside the ring. Lopez's shocking claim that he was paid to lose only adds to the uncertainty, turning what should have been a straightforward matchup into a highly controversial spectacle. Stevenson's focus, strategy, and mental strength were on full display, proving he's not only physically dominant but also tactically superior in the ring. This victory is both impressive and historically significant, sparking discussions about integrity in boxing while solidifying Shakur as one of the sport's brightest stars. Is Stevenson's rise unstoppable, or does Lopez's confession cast doubt on the outcome? Share your thoughts below and join the debate.
I'm just going crazy, like, oh, he's beating him up, it's easy work, like, he's beating Teo up, like, it's not even a close fight, you know what I'm saying? So, I was just happy for him, super happy for him.
Man, he called out Conor Ben. You guys both trying to maybe co-main and main event in the UK with all these UK guys?
Hey, man, how big this event was, bro, like, I ain't tripping.
The fight showcased just how effortlessly Shakur Stevenson dismantled Teofimo Lopez Jr., yet the surrounding circumstances make the performance feel shadowed by suspicion. Lopez's uncharacteristic lack of resistance and the ease of his defeat raise questions about whether his effort in the ring was fully genuine. Stevenson's precision, timing, and confidence were on full display, making him look nearly unbeatable, but Lopez's subdued showing fueled speculation that outside factors may have influenced the outcome. Fans are undoubtedly celebrating Stevenson's brilliance, yet there's an unavoidable question mark over how the bout truly played out. The mix of dominance and controversy turns this victory into a historic moment, one that inspires both admiration and debate across the boxing world.